Heyo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? You're watching this on a Friday, but this took place on a Sunday. And yeah, Nikki just left and I'm shooting a video. Let's go recap the weekend, shall we? So yesterday, we literally did a whole lot of nothing. We just basically sat in the backyard, started off the morning with coffee, moved on to some waters in the afternoon, then some beers in the evening. Actually, Friday night we had a fire. I tried to have one last night, but it started raining around 9:30, so we couldn't. And my lawn needs to be cut. It's a good day to cut it. So that's probably what we're gonna do. But one thing I definitely wanna do is go to Home Depot to pick up a spare battery for my lawnmower, because that 6 amp battery, it's good enough for doing the backyard, but not for doing the backyard and the front yard. Especially now that I got all that extra space to mow. Definitely not enough. Even a little 4 amp hour battery will be more than enough to do what I want to do. But no, it's funny, yesterday we were sitting, Jesus, dragonfly, look at him go. Anyway, I'm sitting here, she's sitting over here. We're just minding our own business. I got Oreo outside. I made him a little shelter because the sun during the day comes up around here. So we're just getting blasted with sun. So needless to say, yesterday and today I took my shirt off and got some sun on my chest. So I don't look like the Canadian flag anymore. It's not red, white, red. It's just all red now. So that's awesome. Minding our own business when all of a sudden the neighbor lets their dogs out, and the one dog, Cupcake, he's a little Shih Tzu, comes running over to bark at us and just straight up sends it off the wall and got hung up in these bushes, which, you know what? Like, you can see where the dog landed. It was like straight, and I was like, oh man, I was like trying to get in there to get the dog and free it, but I couldn't touch that dog. That dog was gonna bite me. Well, maybe, it was scared. It was scared shitless. So but yeah, we had a good fire the other day, and we tried to have another fire last night, but by the time we had the fire going, it started raining. And one of the bylaws in North Bay is you're not allowed to have a campfire or a backyard fire. Recreational fire is the proper term. If the winds are above 15 kilometers an hour, if it's raining, or winds, rain, or if there's a fire ban. We weren't in a fire ban, we were in high risk because we didn't get much rain. I don't know, we got a lot of rain last week. It rained like 3 out of 5 days, so I don't understand that. But anyway, I also got some other work to do because Dad showed up today. He wants to see, one of his welder buddies said, no, it can't be done. But you know me, I'm determined, even if I fail. He has this here, and you can see it's cracked all along. Can you even see that on camera? Yeah, it's cracked all along here, and he wants to know if I can weld it. So I told him I'll give her a go. Probably take a Dremel or something with a bit, grind it out, and then just put a tack in there, see what happens. It's steel, it's not galvanized or anything, so it shouldn't be a problem. So I got my welder's helmet in the window over there charging up. Probably not gonna do that this video, and if I did, I wouldn't record it because I already bricked one camera doing that. So let's try not to cost ourselves a lot of money here and bricking cameras and go from there. As far as fishing goes, I went fishing a couple times last week, and yeah, no results. That lake is a bitch to fish right now due to the shad flies. So pretty much put fishing on hiatus for now. I might go out again, but I don't know. But right now what I wanna do is I wanna head over to Home Depot, grab another 40 volt battery. They don't have any 6 amps in stock, but they do have 4 amps, which are about 200 bucks. So I'm gonna grab another one of those because when I mow the lawn, I wanna mow both the front and the back. Then when we come back, we're going to move all that brush pile. I'm gonna throw it in the bushes back there underneath the tree, that little bit under the tree. I tried to burn it, but it's so wet and it got so smoky that I thought for sure the fire department was gonna show up. They didn't, so life is good. I don't have my sunglasses. Do I need my sunglasses? I want my sunglasses. I'm getting my sunglasses. So right now it's Ryobi days at Home Depot. I don't exactly know what the hell that means, but seeing I started on this Ryobi kick of getting tools and stuff, and I really enjoy their tools. So far they've been pretty good for the ones I have. I think that's the brand I'm gonna stick with, boys. A lot of people like their Milwaukees, a lot of people like their DeWalt's, a lot of people like their Rigids. I think I'm a Ryobi boy. All right, let's turn down that air conditioning there, because even though we need it, we don't really need it that loud. I got my wallet, right? Kind of hard to go buy a spare battery. So yeah, yesterday it was around 1:30, quarter to 2. Actually, before that, you guys probably saw the Instagram picture of Oreo in the tent saying we're going camping. We didn't go camping. We got talking about going camping, and I said, well, I got a really cool tent that we can use. I'm like, it might fit the both of us, but there's no way we're gonna be able to get Max in there too. And she's like, oh, well, if we bring Max, I'll bring my big Coleman. She has one of those big Colemans with the 2 rooms in it. You know, those big friggin' tents. She's like, the kids can have that, and then we can use your tent. And I'm like, well, you gotta see this tent, it's really cool. And it's my explodey tent, where you just take it, whip it in the air, and it's a tent. And you just peg it down and away you go. So I went and grabbed it and I set it up, and then Oreo was using it to get out of the sun. So I grabbed the picture and I just posted on Instagram. But we had full intentions last night of sleeping in the tent. So I went to Canadian Tire yesterday and scooped up the foam pad. Remember I wanted to buy that foam pad for the back of the truck for me and Oreo to go truck camping? Well, I got it. And people who said it takes forever to inflate, I don't know what planet they live on, man, because there's enough oxygen in that tent to make that friggin' mattress go from 1 inch compressed to 4 inches ready to rock. Also, guys, gas price, $2.20.1 a liter. Gotta love that deal, right? Gotta love that deal. That's a deal right there. 10 out of 10 would invest again. But anyway, so we set up the tent ready to go for camping, and then all of a sudden, like, I just had this urge, and I'm like, 'cause I saw a storm shelf in the distance, so I asked the old Google hockey puck if it was going to rain, and she said it's supposed to rain between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. high chance. Check Weather Network, and it was calling for 95% chance, and I'm like, I don't think we're going to be able to, because we were going to sleep and then we're going to have a fire, cook some wieners on the fire or whatever. We're gonna go out and get some like steak bites or whatever and just cook them on the fire and just have a good simulated backyard camping night, you know, just a little something. But when I saw that there, I'm like, you know what, let's get this foam pad rolled up. It's in the entranceway right now. I got to find a spot for it. And then we got that rolled up, and then I showed her how easy it is to put away the tent. You guys remember when I made that tent the first time? It was literally a video of me trying to put that tent away. It was like 20 minutes of the struggle bus. Well, I got her down to a science now because of the amount of times that I've set up and taken down my green screen for different shoots and stuff. So now I can put it away like as fast as it goes. Well, not as fast as it goes up, but almost. Like it takes me 2 seconds to deploy it and about 30 seconds to pack it back up, because I understand the logic behind those tube frames now. So we packed it back up, and then the fire from Friday was like, the coals were, I banked a bunch of coals to use to reignite a fire. So I got the fire going, and sure enough, as soon as the fire took, there we go. It starts to rain. I'm like, shit. So we literally just sat underneath the cement slab, drank beers, and watched the rain and the frogs. There was a bunch of little battle toads jumping all over the place. They like to come out of the woodworks at night and go and invade my lawn. I don't know what they eat. I thought it was flies, but they're probably eating grubs and things. Whatever they're eating, they were snacking hard last night. So that's good for them. And then today I was like, it was supposed to rain all day today. I wasn't expecting this blue skies, and it's windy as all balls. I asked the kids what they were doing today, if they were going fishing, and they said they're going to go out on their kayaks, but I don't know, man. If it's super windy in town, that means that lake is throwing whitecaps, and I would not want to be on a top-sitting kayak out on whitecaps. That's just asking for a spillover. I'd each their own, right? Anyway, but yeah, Nikki left at about 4 o'clock-ish. I was like, you know what? I need to get on that lawn. Like, it's 5 o'clock now, but I figure I haven't eaten anything all day. I've actually been pretty good this weekend as far as the only real carbs I had this weekend was a taco salad yesterday at Sills. But their taco salads, I've shown a picture of it before. It's not like they put Doritos in the salad like a traditional taco salad. What they do is they make a bowl out of like a giant, like a a pita, and they put all the salad stuff like your chicken, your lettuce, your whatever else is in there, black olives, all that shit. It gets tossed inside of the edible bowl. So when you start running out of salad, you can start ripping up the bowl and eating that. And it's friggin' amazing. It's about 570 calories. It's not too bad. It's worse if you put the sour cream on it. I just ran with salsa. Sometimes I don't put anything on it. I just eat it as it is. And not even no salsa, no sour cream, just eat it as it is. And sometimes when the chef in the back screws up and doesn't bake the bowl enough, you can actually roll the bowl up like a burrito and then just eat the whole contents as one giant burrito. And it's friggin' amazing. So yeah, we did that for lunch, and then we went to Canadian Tire. I bought the foam pad for camping in so we can do our simulated backyard camp. And then we went to Walmart. I managed to scoop up a set of fitted sheets and top sheets and all that for the foam. But I don't think it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be too long for the foam because it's a double sheet set, but the foam is only 6, it might be okay. It might be okay, I don't know. The foam doesn't look that big. Like, I have a feeling when I lay it out in the back of the truck, there's going to be a lot of, my feet are going to hang off. I'm going to have to sleep diagonally, but that's all right. I'll be all right with that. Anyway, we're down here at Ryobi Days here at Home Depot. Once again, no idea what the frig Ryobi Days are all about. All I know is I need a new battery for my lawnmower, so that'll be my Ryobi tool for this payday, because I seem to like to buy a Ryobi tool every payday. Next payday, I want to buy the reciprocating saw, or the skill saw, as Dad likes to call them. Circular saw, the hand one, because they're nice to have, and I hate dealing with cords. And I know a lot of people with the circular saw who all said the same thing. It's amazing because you just pick it up, do your cut, put it down, don't have to worry about extension cords cutting through or any other nonsense like that. All right, guys, I'm gonna run into Home Depot, get what I need to get, and I'll talk to you in a bit. Well, I really do appreciate how I'm all like, I'm just gonna go in and get a battery for the lawnmower. But guys, that's not exactly what happened. Let me explain. So I go in, couldn't find the batteries. Ask one of the Home Depot guys, like, where are the batteries located for the 40-volt systems? So he takes me over to the battery in the garden center, and they didn't have the 6 amp hour. All they had was the 4 and the tiny 2. 2 amp hour was 159, 4 amp hour was 189, and then it caught my eye, a 40-volt string trimmer with charger and 4 amp hour battery for $219. So it's like an extra 30 bucks, you get a tool, a battery, and a charger. I'm like, well, shit, it's stupid to buy a battery. Well, we got another string trimmer. But this one's bigger. This one you can put a brush cutter on. So I kind of sort of got a brush cutter too. But that's gonna help out for dealing. Now we don't need to break out Bender. We can just hook up the brush cutter to the 40 volt and try and go and deal with that shit, which might make things a lot nicer. I don't know if I'm gonna play with that one today. We're gonna go home, we're gonna unbox it. I'll show you what it is. You'll get an idea. I'll get an idea. I don't even know what the hell it is. But yeah, it was like $30 extra and you got a good whippersnapper 40-volt system designed to really kick ass. So why the frig not? Like I said, I still want the skill saw. I wouldn't mind the Dremel for doing like intricate carvings of stuff. One day I'll get into some projects. I still got to ride my bike one of these days. I got to get back into that because August is coming. I'm nowhere near my goal for my charity run. I'm at 140 out of $500 raised. I also haven't been trying to raise money. I've kind of been slacking, but we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll figure it out. I still got to also take everything out of my shed and clean that up because that's just a friggin' mess. Look at all these road potholes in the roads and stuff. Jesus, Murphy. Where's that guy going? So yeah, what would you do? Just buy the battery or spend the extra 30 bucks and get a tool and a battery? Like it makes more sense. It doesn't make any, like I went there for a battery for an extra 30 bucks. You get a better weed whacker than the one I have. I'm probably gonna use the one I have anyway because I want to clean up the cow parsnip along the cement wall and knock that down again and all that other fun stuff. And why do these people realize that they're in the other lane and they can actually just pull into the right lane? I'm telling you, man, nobody knows how to merge in this city. So yeah, we'll go home, we'll unbox it, get that 4 amp hour battery on the charger. Maybe I'll have enough jam when the 6 amp hour runs out so that we can actually swap over to the 4 amp hour and do both the front and the back lawn. Because I really hate that I can't do both lawns. And then, you know, depending on where that 6 amp hour battery is when it's back on the charger, we might grab the brush cutter and go see if we can start dealing with that foliage over by the retaining wall. Knock that down a bunch so that we don't have any more cupcake suicide runs. Like the poor dog was suspended in the air. There's a good, like when the neighbor jumped down to grab the dog, because I wasn't grabbing him, he was barking at me and showing teeth and stuff, and I was worried he was gonna bite me. It's a Shih Tzu, right? They can lock their jaws. I didn't want to risk it for a biscuit. So I was like, as soon as she came out, I'm like, yeah, your dog took a header over the wall and is kind of suspended on weeds. I was trying to rip the weeds out to make a path so the dog could walk, but the dog's feet weren't even touching the damn ground. So I kind of cocked him over. Like, imagine that happening during the day if I wasn't there. Like, could have been very, 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 very bad. So we'll get rid of those weeds, knock them all down, let them rot. We'll see if that brush cutter attachment's actually worth it. Apparently it's a metal blade. Should be fun. We'll wear Crocs. Strawberries, $2.99. Ooh, I love strawberries. No, I don't. I just like them in my shakes. All right. So I guess I'll talk to you guys once I get home and we'll take a look at all the crap that I bought. Okay? Okay, bye. Alrighty guys, well, this is the tool. Ryobi 40 volt, 15-inch cordless string trimmer. Let's go ahead and get this out of the box. But first, I gotta take a pee. Alright, I'm back. So yeah, like I said, $189 for a battery, $219 for a string trimmer and a battery. The exact same battery I was gonna buy. Pretty sure, you know, I already have a string trimmer. I have one of the 18 volt systems. And it's good, don't get me wrong. It came with a defunct battery, and I'm hoping that's not the case with this one. Mind you, I can easily recover this battery after, of course, I do a warranty replacement on it and get another battery. But all right, what do we got in here? We have power head, twist lock, cut, pre-line, whatever. Put that over here. Did I open it from the wrong side or something? Like, what are we stuck on? There we go. So this is called the expanded system. Not exactly sure how it works, and now I know exactly how it works. Okay. So inside here you have like a Phillips head screwdriver, and inside the power head you have like a Phillips head screw head. And these literally just click together some magical way, and then you get yourself a string trimmer. Pretty cool. I'm just gonna lean that part up there because I also picked up the other part. That's some good line, actually. That's some steel friggin'... Take a look at this line. Some steel core line right there. I probably don't even need the brush cutter to do what I want to do. That's pretty dope. Okay, gonna go ahead here and open up this bag of stuff. Actually, where the hell's the battery? 1 second here. Before I even get building, this is supposed to have a battery in the box. Oh, there it is. Before I get into new construction mode here, let's get this battery charger plugged in somehow. Oh, you can't wall mount this charger. Well, that kind of sucks. Is it a speed charger? No. All right, well, whatever. That's fine. And you also get your typical battery. And that's what I was literally all I wanted was a battery. But once again, reiterating what I've said multiple times. And it's kind of funny because one of the comments that was made on the battery, I was looking at the 6 amp hour battery, and one of the comments was, why buy the battery when you can pay a couple extra dollars and buy a tool with an extra battery? And that makes a lot of logical sense. My little weed whacker came with a 1.5 amp hour battery, and they can go for a while. A 4 amp hour battery, they can go for a while longer. This is a 40 volt, 4 amp hour battery. Ooh, and it has the button on the front. Oh, this one might give me troubles. Let's see. Let's dock it and see if she charges. All right, it's accepting a charge. Cool. All right, let's finish building this weed whacker. Then we'll get out there and mow the back lawn, and then hopefully that battery has enough charge in it to mow the front lawn. Oh, it even comes with extra line and some sort of a crank. I don't know what that's for, but it definitely comes with some extra cabling here. I'm gonna have to 3D print some more Ryobi mounts. I'm okay with that. They'll be gray, mind you, but hey, whatever. So how the frig do you go on? Like that, okay. So you clip on like this. So this here just goes underneath somehow, just like that. This is a weird string trimmer. The amount of times I use my multi-tool to build things versus using the proper tool lately, it's been pretty impressive. There we go. That head's attached. What do you say we slap the 40 amp hour battery to the 6 volt on here, or 6 amp hour, 40 volt battery, and we'll go take it to the side and see what we can do against that foliage. Because that's pretty much all you do to build this. And this piece here looks like you loosen up this nut, and this part just clips onto this part like that, and you lock it into place. That's all she wrote. Well, I got a handle for it I got to put on. Where'd I put that handle? Oh, there it is. All right, let's just lean you up against the barbecue. As long as you don't take a header, you're gonna take a header. Once again, weed whackers, hardest thing to hang. I'll push you down, fire the bolt through. Sorry for the bad camera angles. I don't make enough money to hire a camera operator. Tripods work for free. Bah, man, that's dope. Bender, you might get a bit of a break. Okay, let's go see what this thing can do with the stock wire. Let's just make sure this thing actually works. We got power on the battery, we have full. Here, sit there for a second. All right, let's get you guys in the position. Then we'll play with the new toy. Actually, first we'll mow the lawn because I really want to get that done. So let's just set you guys up right here. Check the picture. Good enough, good stuff. Let's go. Actually, first, I'm going to move that crap down and throw it away. Change of plans. I'm gonna grab the trimmer. We're gonna do around here, see what you can do. Apparently this thing has gas-like performance. So let's see what we can do with this shit. Apparently we can do a lot. All right, I do have to say that is pretty dope. How much battery power did that take for that little run? Still not full. Sorry, I just wanted to clear beside the wood pile. This thing's pretty awesome. All right, so that stuff over there is getting pretty thick. So I think what I'm gonna do, we're gonna put the Brush Master attachment on. Let's go and inspect that tool. Maybe I'll say screw it to mowing the lawn. We'll just play with this for tonight. Freaking tree growing out of my wall here. That's ridiculous. But that worked really, really well. Really freaking well. This is what I should have bought, not that other one. We do have some cinder blocks in here, but let's see what we can do. Decent. And we are still sitting at, we got 3 bars of power left. Let's put the brush cutter on it and see how well that thing does. So yeah, that thing's called the Expand It because there's a bunch of different attachments you can get for it. One of them being this brush cutter. You can also get a pole saw attachment, I think a leaf blower attachment. You can get a friggin' mantis attachment, the tiller attachment for it. It's just like a power head that can take on a bunch of shit. Well, I saw this was on for $68 and I was like, well, if this does the job, then you son of a bitch, I'm in. So let's see if this here can knock down those bigger sticks that are breaking the line. Okay, this has a different head for it, a different handle. This also came with a metal pole. Okay, I gotta break this box apart. All right, what does this thing look like? How ridiculous are you? Oh, you are very ridiculous. Look at this thing. This is a metal blade. Sweet mother of Jesus. It's not sharp, but it doesn't need to be. Does this have any instructions, or is this just a screw on and go rip up some shit? Well, it's got the same kind of thing on, same kind of power head. So let's just sit this on the ground real quick. Grab this thing, undo this here, sit this on the ground here, press that button in, and this should release. This should release. There we go. Move you over to here, grab you, clip you on like so. Okay, or not, whatever. Oh, yes, it does. All right, guys, let's go brush some cuts, or cut some brush. Let's give this a rip. All right, let's see what this thing can do. Either I'm not doing this right, which is very possible. I think I need to watch a YouTube video on how to brush cut or cut brush, because I'm pretty sure I'm not doing this right. But it's cleaned up a lot of space. It just leaves a lot of shit behind. Like it's doing damage. Okay, all right. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. And we have 3 bars of battery life left. I still think that's a job for Bender. So all in all, once again, Ryobi impresses me. Their technology is definitely worth it. Big time. Just gonna go ahead and close up this garage door. I'm gonna show you something else we did. So, like I said, Dad showed up today. Met Nikki for the first time, and he brought something over for me to try and fix. I showed you that pipe. I'm going to give it a go. Not today though. I got my helmet in the window, currently getting a solar charge because deader than a doornail. But we decided to not reattach the gate. It's just kind of leaning there for now. We are going to reattach it to the post, but we did this here because we had Oreo outside, and Nikki and I were pretty deep into a conversation when all of a sudden Oreo decided to go through the path here, and he was on the road barking at cars driving by, And I heard his barking and I'm like, where the hell's my dog? And he was on the freaking road. So that's not a good thing. But like I said, one day what I want to do after I finish off doing the stuff I want to do inside the house, outside the house, I want to put up that lattice here again and then build the gate kind of similar to what I had before. And then gradually, that side of the yard's all fenced in. This side of the yard's all fenced in. Just got to do that side of the yard. And it's pretty much Oreo proof from running away. Now mind you, who knows how much time he has left on this planet, because let's face it, he's 13 years old and he honks more than a New York taxi at a red light. So it's like, I also don't plan on getting another dog after him, but I wouldn't mind having a bit more privacy back there, because right now privacy is lacking, just on the one side. But like Rex noticed the one day, actually it wasn't even Rex, a friend of mine noticed the one day, he's like, I'm just gonna go take a piss in your backyard. And he's looking around trying to find a spot where he can take a piss and be under cover. And there's no cover in the backyard unless you're under the cover of darkness during an overcast and there's no moon, or otherwise everybody's seeing your bird if you drop trout back there to let one rip. So yeah, not awesome. There you go, guys. That's going to be my video for today. Literally ripped the Home Depot to pick up a battery, ended up getting a tool and a battery. Batteries are both charging right now. I'll see if that battery actually takes a charge later on. But tomorrow is a work day for me. I just figured, I don't know what today's video is going to be about. I was going to talk about some stuff, and then we did, and then that happened. Also, something that came in is I ordered an injector for soft plastics so that I can inject molds rather than top pour them. So that came in. We have that. That's out in the garage. I forgot to show you that. It's just an aluminum injector. I only have one mold that's injectable right now, and that's that micro, that swim bait, not micro, but 3.5-inch swim bait. So gradually I'll get some more injectable molds. Found a site online that does CNC molds for dirt cheap. Like you can get a 5-pour Senko mold for like dirt cheap. But I ordered one off of Amazon. It's a 3-pour Senko mold, but it's made of stone. And then I ordered it and it's on its way. Then my friend said, you bought a stone mold? Dude, you have to oil every pour. Like every injection needs oil, otherwise they stick like crazy. Pain in the ass. And I was like, oh really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, good to know. Thanks for the heads up. But there's a top inject fluke mold that I want off this one site, and it's like $40. And a top inject micro plastic mold for winter fishing, which could be kind of fun if I ever go ice fishing again, to have something like that. Anyway, guys, that's all it's going to be for today. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below the go. And until next time, guys, live it to win it and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.